Now that's unmuted, and that's uncovered. I have discovered the flamenco chords for ukulele. I had to learn this because I have been inspired to write a new song thanks to my friend Lucky, who has posted that they are looking to get some spider eyes tattooed onto themselves because they are very fond of the little jumping spiders, which they inevitably name Fernando. It's like Fernando, the jumping spider. Ole. There will be more. That is not the actual thing, but there will be more. Hi! Welcome to yet another Troubadork show. I am still here in this room, but the desk stuff came in, which means this weekend the project will be getting everything organized and assembled, and then I'll start putting the new broadcast suite in over there at Away, and I will doubtless drive my spouse crazy, or I would if I was doing these shows when she's working. Hey, Baba! Fernando. I'm just going to be doing that randomly for the next, year. The flamenco chords are just a funny thing for me. Every time I learn something new, I just like devour it and then file it away in the back of my head, and then years from now it comes screaming back. Like a certain thing that Bubba sent me here, which was based on a bit of rambling that I did backstage. Backstage at Faire as a Sea Dog, because we had some visitors come up from Southern California. And they had a gig in this case being improvisational bit, okay? In Texas, gigging means something entirely different, so just work with me on this. And they would kidnap various things and would have ransom notes. You know, dear sir, we have kidnapped your door. If you wish to see your door again, and there would be like an amount of money, baked goods, and then something completely ridiculous, like 4 shillings, some muffins, and have the letter E stricken from the English language, or something like that. And I was lying backstage on the couch that some brave soul had dragged to the Renaissance Festival, expecting never to see it again. And they were saying, we want this, but something else. And I'm lying there with my eyes closed, and I distinctly recall saying, and a pony, a red one. Ooh, that's good. And the autographed engraving of the Queen. Engraved to Hamish, oh my love, Lizzie. Several years later, someone sent me a birthday card, which was an engraving of Her Majesty, Elizabeth Regina Gloriana, Queen of all England, engraved, to Hamish, all my love, Lizzie, and that was Bubba. So see, that's what I get to deal with on a daily basis. Let's do a song. Shall we do a song? Let's do a song. I have an audience. I should do a song. Holy crap. Thank you for coming. I figured if I wasted enough time, people would show up. Do you know my friend from Faire? Do you know my friend from Faire? He's 4 foot taller, and he's got brown or sandy hair. And he has a hat and tankard, and he wears these great big boots. And he wanders around in a loincloth or one of them doublet suits. The Lord of Callbacks. The Dread Pirate Bubba. Do you know my friend from Faire? Do you know my friend from Faire? He's a unique individual, no one else can compare. For he always sings or juggles as he goes about the town. And he always has a great big sword that ought to narrow it down. He stands out in the crowd. Do you know my friend from Faire? Do you know my friend from Faire? If you saw him coming down the lane, you'd have to stop and stare. Don't recall if it's pickles, pretzels, or if it's popcorn that he sells. We can hear him coming from a mile away on account that he wears bells. Like a Morris dancer falling down a spiral staircase. Do you know my friend from Faire? Do you know my friend from Faire? He's the coolest guy in all the world, I truly do declare. If you saw my friend in person, then you'd know of whom I speak. For he dresses like a pirate, now isn't that unique? Pirate. With pointy ears. Elf pirate. And gossamer wings. Fairy elf pirate. And a kilt. Scottish fairy elf pirate. And horns. Demon Scottish fairy elf pirate. And fangs. Vampire Scottish demon fairy elf pirate. And a foxtail. Nobody knows why. Do you know my friend from Faire? I think I saw him over there. His name is Wolf or Hawk or Raven, or I think it might be Bear. Well, we've never met outside of Faire, but I'm sure he'll be along. Hey, wait a minute. I'm talking about you. I guess I'll end this song. There we go, and we're off and running. Yeah, many people who are coming to the show now have never heard this song, even though I've been doing this song the entire run of the bloody show that I've been doing, which is now, this is show 80. 80 shows? How the heck does that even happen? Pandemic, yeah, pandemic and free time and desire to be goofy. That's a big part of it. I am chaotic silly, very much so. Sounds like the glamour broke. Using the word glamour and Tobias the Adequate, they don't go together there, okay? It's, seriously. Sorry. Flamenco. Fernando. Just, I don't know what's going on. I'm just losing my tiny mind here. The next song I'm going to do is one that my friend from the internet from long ago, back before there was an internet, back before there was a World Wide Web, when it was just the Usenet. And if you were to get onto the Usenet, you had to have an account on a machine, usually something that ran Unix, to connect to the Usenet. I'm leaning in for dramatic effect. If I had an echo button, I would push it for that particular thing. And there were a bunch of little Usenet news groups, which were the large-scale equivalent of the bulletin board systems that used to exist back in the 70s and 80s. So, one of these news groups is called Talk.Bizarre. Talk being the top tier of that particular frame, and then Bizarre just being weird things that seemed like a good idea at the time. I posted many things on there as a man named Bob Tech. Big B, little B, little C, T, E, big C, H, Bob Tech. And my friend BC, Bill Codair, BC, was a person I met there, and he was going to college in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, at MIT. And he invited me to come out and visit. I had access to the Media Lab, and I had just read a book about the Media Lab because back in those days, you had to read books to learn about stuff. And so BC and I have been friends for many, many years, and he will occasionally lob something over the fence at me. And he lobbed this one over the fence at me. It is a song that is written by Bill Griffith, the man behind Zippy the Pinhead. And if you were alive and reading comics or alternative newspapers during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and probably still today, you know who Zippy the Pinhead is. And if you don't know who Zippy the Pinhead is, check it out later. Treat yourself. It's good stuff. It's very surreal. It's Dadaistic. It's silly. It's gloriously silly, and it's gloriously absurdist. And he wrote a blues song, which sat around for a while, and then somebody else came along and put chords to it. And it's called the Ding Dong Blues. And I have seen this, I have read this, and played through it all of about 3 times. So this will be the premiere of the Ding Dong Blues here at the Troubadork show, and it will also be rough. Let's just be honest about it. When I first started playing it, I can't do Zippy's voice because nobody really knows what Zippy's voice is. There was a music video that had someone portraying Zippy in it, but I'm not going with that because he was very declamatory. Instead, I'm going to be singing this song much in the style of R. Crumb singing Get a Load of This from one of the Dr. Demento albums featuring R. Crumb and the Cheap Suit Serenaders. What a wind-up. I got them ding-dong blues, sadder than a dentist drill. I got them ding-dong blues, had a keg of whip and chill. Look like Audrey Hepburn, searching for a diet pill. I got them ding-dong blues, dreaming about Miami Beach. I got them ding-dong blues, each bomb's 49 cents each. Feel like Mr. Rogers, drinking lots of tab and bleach. Went to ancient Rome, found nobody home. Cub Scouts playing Scrabble, stole my metronome. Oh, baby, my hairstyle's obsolete. Madonna bought my building, she put my whirlpool on the street. I got them ding-dong blues, just not having any fun. I got them ding-dong blues, headed for oblivion. Lying on the sofa, crying on the sofa, crying for the flying nun. Told you it was gonna be rough. I got them ding-dong blues, head's about to buy fruitcake. There we go. I got them ding-dong blues, don't know what it is I ate. Could have been the sushi, caused me to hallucinate. 1 and 1 is 4, 6 and 4 is 9. My favorite orthodontist skipped to Liechtenstein. Oh, baby, I'm gloomy as Pagliacci. The only thing that'll save me, 2 weeks with Liberace. I got them ding-dong blues, suffering from a stabbing pain. I got them ding-dong blues, yes, I'm gonna go insane. Sobbing in the phone booth, somewhere outside Bangor, Maine. Don't know what to do, loquats in my shoe. Inside my fortune cookie said I used the wrong shampoo. Oh, baby, I'm down upon my knees. If things don't get much better, I'm gonna send out for Chinese. I don't know about you, but I feel better. I do. I feel a lot better. I think we all need some absurdism in our lives. I think absurdism gives us an opportunity to just be wildly goofy and silly. Fernando. I will hug your cousin for you when I see her, Rhonda. We're still figuring out, yeah, you have a number of cousins over here, Rhonda. When the pandemic permits, we will be giving lots of hugs. All right, take care. You take care, Richard. It's all right. No worries. Fernando. Okay, we'll stop doing that.
Hi, Rhonda.
Rhonda is actually our cousin. Yes, that's true. Hi, now I want Chinese food. Well, you know, there should be a disclaimer with the Troubadork show. It should include may cause a hankering for Chinese. The best part of all of this is, see, I'm watching the comments in real time here and also over on the side here, and I just got to watch Amy walk up behind me again, because I can see me here live and that over there. Now, the next one is another blues tune, because I like the blues, and it is also a silly-ass blues tune, because that's what we need today. I got the hat for it. A few gears. I got me an uninterrupted baby, but it's missing a few gears. I've been looking for parts for it, but it was manufactured so long ago. I got me an omnibus airship, mama, but the rigging's kinda torn. I got me an omnibus airship, mama, but the rigging's kinda torn. I'm gonna get that sucker flying, but it was manufactured decades before I was born. I got them low budget, underfunded Steampunk blues. I'd have an army of fanatical minions, mama, but I can't afford their union dues. It's hard to take over the world, baby, when you can't even afford your own shoes. Bridge. Wouldn't it be weird? Somebody came in and thought this was all of it. Just me strumming. No words. Steampunk blues. I'd have an all in the world, baby, but hard as you can't afford to read the news. Can't even do the words either. I'd have an army of mechanical crowds, but I can't afford the lessons to feed the external combustion orchestra. We almost made it through there, yeehaw! It's been a little while since I've done that song, and you'd think I would know it better, right? I have no idea, man. I have no idea, but it's okay. Here we are in August. You'll notice I am spelling it A-U-G-H, as in, oh, why are we still here? That's all right, though. We will carry on. We will bravely bowl forward, like the big nerds that we are, attempting to complete this group project by ourselves because some people can't hold up their end of the dang project. Rawr. Anyway. Fernando. Okay, getting it out of the way. The flamenco chords transposed to ukulele. These are the medio which is supposedly in the middle of the neck. They are not in the middle of the neck on the ukulele because the ukulele is shorter. Is G minor, Fernando, F, Fernando, E flat, Fernando, and D. Oy, Fernando. I'm writing an entire song with those chords, so that's that thing out of the way. Well, while Amy and family catch up on the other side of things, that's all right. Oh my gosh, so here we are. It's the last show of the week, and if I don't wrap up the last show of the week with Eat Bertha's Mussels, I think people are actually going to threaten my life, so we'll do Eat Bertha's Mussels, because it's a good song. It's a really good closer. I mean, it's a glorious closer. I cannot wait for the opportunity to do this with a room or small outdoor stage area full of people shouting the lyrics back at me, because this is a song you really want to just get a mob of people to sing it and just engage in big, goofy behavior, because that's what we want. We all need big, goofy behavior. Absolutely. Let me take a quick sip here. It is, once again, lime sparkling water. To drive an electric car, you need a current license. Okay, it's a damn good thing you're cute. That's all I'm going to say. No, that is a good joke, actually. It's a horrific pun, and I like it. I appreciate it. This starts in C. Underfunded Steampunk Blues also started in C. Coincidence? Or something deeper? Fernando. No. I am running that joke into the ground. Years from now, I'm going to see some of you, and our paths are going to cross, and I'm just going to look at you and go, Fernando. I will have ukulele with me at the time. Yeah. All right, let me get the notes up for Bertha's, because although I'm pretty sure I know it, at this point in the day, I count on nothing. All right, we start in C, of course. Eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Well, a sailor came to Bertha's with a problem most severe. His manly pride had been atrophied by a voyage of 14 years. So he ate a plate of mussels. Now he sings in a different key. His jibum said right, he'll be back there tonight, and he's not going back to see cat. So eat Bertha's mussels, I call. They're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now a lady came to Bertha's with wanted a daughter or son. The doctors had said with a shake of their head that she couldn't have either one. So she ate a plate of mussels and went home to her husband dear. She tuned up his cruth, and to tell you the truth, they had triplets the very next year. So eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. They will cure your diarrhea, cure your constipation too. Just swallow a box for the chicken pox, for the measles, or the flu. you fancy a healthy life, get your daily dosage straight of quite a day of Bertha's muscles, and you'll live till you're 98. So eat Bertha's muscles, sing, they're the best there is by far. They're yummy, you can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar, so when you're ashore in Baltimore, you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's, and you'll be in for a rare old treat. We have once again come sailing in sideways, barely reaching the dock before the entire ship collapses under the weight of its own joke. Here once again, at the end of another Troubadork Non-Commute show. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Honestly, I hope you're having as much fun, if not more fun, than I am having. You don't have to try to remember how to play the bloody songs. That should help. It gives you a leg up on me, that's for darn sure. By the way, I'm still not sure what tuned up his cruth means, but I think it might be dirty. I don't know. I was born in Utah and led a very sheltered life. So, here we are again, and we'll just go through a couple things real quick. Drag myself over here on the wheelchair to dodge this incoming plug. There we go. PayPal.com/theadequate is the tip jar. Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda have been very graciously donated money to the cause. Patreon.com/theadequate is your subscription to adequacy in our lifetime. Patreon patrons, check the Patreon page because I just posted the chords and the lyrics to Ding Dong Blues. Y'all get to see it. And, well, actually, anybody who's willing to go through the trouble of searching it all up, then, you know, you'll see that. You'll actually be able to find them, but I put them out there for the Patreon peeps because that's the kind of level of service that we provide here at the Troubadork Show. I want to thank Stephen and Rob and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene for continuing to support Patreon stuff. And the money comes in, by the way, on the 5th. It's billed on the 1st, and then they do something weird, and then I get a little bit of I get the money on the 5th. So I just got the money in, and thank you. Oh my God, I must be nice to you people. I must find other ways to be nice to you. Y'all will get a picture of the new performance space when it is ready. And probably some special performed in the performance space for the very first time recordings that y'all will get to see as Patreon people. My Party on Patreon posse. Also known as Patrons of Adequacy. Yeah, well, probably if we can get it all put together in time for me to do my designated Sunday taping time, we'll do it then. It'll be fun. What could possibly go wrong? All right, the archives are over here at facebook.com and twitch.tv/TobiasTheAdequate and at youtube.com/MPLEGARE under the Troubadork point that way banner, the playlist. Twitch keeps 2 weeks worth of shows up. Facebook has them all on the Tobias the Adequate page. I've just changed the banner picture to indicate that I'm doing more music than magic, because I am. Because you can do music to a screen. Beautiful. If you do magic to a screen, and it's the kind of interactive stuff that I do, I don't know. It's weird. Also, September, let me check my calendar here. The Overtime Theater is doing a set of live Overtime Cabaret shows, and I am going to be performing some Troubadork songs that Saturday, the 19th of September. And I will be posting that on the Tobias the Adequate page as well, so you can see what arrangements you'd have to come to deal with that. It'll be cool because I'll actually be exposing a lot of people. I will be exposing a lot of people to Troubadork stuff who have not been coming here. I've been doing it for 4 months, and they're as someone once said who came to see my show after 2 years of me grinding it out, it's like, wow, when did he get decent? Fernando. I'm a terrible human being. I really am. I'm gonna have to make a Fernando button. I gotta write the song first, and then I'll do everything else, okay? I gotta write the song, I gotta show it to my friend, and I gotta send them a button. And then we will be able to do all the rest of it. In any case, Carpe Diem Comics is, of course, the official emotional support comic shop of the Tobias the Adequate Troubadork show. Tobias the Adequate Artisanal Gibberish, all this. By the way, if you have something you would like me to promote, let me know. Hit me up. Send me a message. We'll talk about it. And I'll probably plug y'all because I don't mind promoting people on my little goofy show because, hey, why not? Alright, you can find them at Carpe Diem comicsonline.square.site. Do support your local comics, gaming, craft, and other geek hangout places. If you can, whenever you can. Even if it's just to talk them up. Promotion is important, especially these days. I think that's it. I think it's everything. I think I'm going to move to the middle of this. And next week, you may see me in an entirely new background. We will see how that goes. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Once again, it has been a heck of a ride so far. 80 shows down. You know what that means is we've got 5 weeks. If this continues, 5 weeks and we will hit show 100. I may take the day off for show 100 and just really go berserk. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. It will confuse them. You people have been wonderful. I continue to be Tobias the Adequate, and I thank you for encouraging my behavior. I'll see you next time.